Hello, besties. Back at it again.
What up, what up?
Who are you?
What up, everybody? I'm DC Hendrix, that is.
I am Amanda Savage. Oh, I didn't. Anyway, we're so excited to see you. We're here to talk about all things NXT. It is May 6th, 2025. Let us know who's here in the chat. Jordan's already here. Hi, Jordan. Hi,
What up,
bestie.
Jordan?
Hope everyone is well. I personally loved the main event. It was a good one. It was indeed. So many fun things happened tonight. I guess we could. Where do you want to start? I feel like.
Before we even get started, I do have a rant.
Okay.
All right. I know we usually don't do that, but we got a quick. We have a sponsor read that we have to do. I'll do it this week to save you the trouble of having to do it. But next week I'm gonna have you do it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
It's a sponsor read. So before we even get started, this week's podcast is sponsored by Shroom Bar, the protein mushroom bar. It is made up of not psychedelics, but 4 powerful mushroom adaptogens.
Oh.
It has lion's mare, which increases focus, memory, and making it easier to form new patterns and learn new things. Next time you are trying to learn the new move, it will actually stick in your head rather than forgetting it immediately. It increases blood flow and overall endurance. It has turkey tail, which boosts your immune system. And we all know y'all need that on those nasty gym mats. So on top of all of that, it has 12 grams of protein. Go to eatshroombar.com, and use code BODYSLAM at checkout for 25% off your first order.
Eatshroombar.com. Let's go. That sounds exciting.
We should do a show.
Yeah. That sounds
get some shroom bars and do the show. That'll be a good time.
That would be a time indeed.
Amanda on shrooms would be funny. That'd be great.
I feel like
it's not psychedelics though, so
yeah. Let's talk about how this computer is currently sitting on a box that contains 5 still full Woo energy drinks from Ric Flair because I was too scared to drink them. But a lot of the mushroom properties that were in that that are in this drink that sounded a little bit goofy at the time are now in monsters. You can get turkey tail monsters, you can get lion's mane, whatever. So I don't know. Ric Flair was just a visionary. Okay, he was just ahead of the curve, but I was still too frightened to drink them. I did take a sip and I was scared and I just changed my mind and dumped it out. And I usually drink 3 monsters a day minimally plus coffee. So the fact that I took a drink and thought, no, is probably telling regarding chemical ingestion. But shroombar.com, you don't even have to drink anything. You can eat a bar and it has how many grams of protein?
12 grams. 12 grams of protein.
Man, I'm not going to give that to my kids, but I am a little protein gremlin. I look around for things with protein. I buy that protein pasta. I am on the hunt for any way to get extra protein in these children. So it won't be shroombar.com, but we should try them out. That would be fun. Good times. Okay, main event, Jordan. I agree. I will say I was disrupted by external forces, and I don't actually know who won. Who won?
Jordan Grace won.
Oh, there we go. Iconic. I love that. I've been really impressed by her, but I want to see her be able to do great things.
So, before we even jump into the main event, I have a rant.
Your rant.
Yes, CW. Get it together, bro. If it wasn't for our lovely streamers that we have on TikTok, I wouldn't even have been able to watch NXT.
Oh.
Yeah. I go to CW to watch NXT at 8 o'clock my time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And it's the fucking Cincinnati Reds and Atlanta Braves. Don't get me wrong. I like baseball. But I'm trying to watch NXT, bruh. I don't care about this. There's 150 games left. I don't care about this game right now.
It's true.
So I wouldn't even, if it wasn't for lovely, I don't even remember whose kind it was, but I'm streaming TikTok. And finally got someone that was streaming it live. They weren't caught yet streaming it. So that's how I watch NXT tonight. I had to watch a streamer. Otherwise, It's just now coming on right now. I would have had to wait until just now. So, yeah, that's how I watch my show. So, CW Network, get it together. Get it together.
Get it together, CW Network.
Yes. I wasn't the only one either. I've seen a lot of people, every time the CW tweeted something about NXT, people were complaining.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be great if I could actually see it. I'm watching a
That'd
baseball
be nice.
game.
Like, see it. Oh, that is
That was my rant, though. CW, get it together.
A couple times, some weird thing happened when I was trying to watch. I think it was SmackDown, and I could only watch it in Spanish. And it was like, it was cool, but it was also really distracting. And so then I had to watch streamers as well. And it was that in and of itself was a journey in an attempt. I think I was clicking around Twitch. I don't have TikTok, so I don't even know what happens on TikTok, to be honest. But yeah, it was something else. There was a lot of variety regarding everything, like how people run the show, how they show the show, how they talk about it. It was pretty fascinating. So nobody would want to see me streaming, although there was a moment tonight when, spoiler, I'm going to talk about something else. We'll talk about the main event soon, Jordan. Sorry. It was good. It was a banger. And apparently Jordan Grace won, so that's exciting. I just really missed the end because there was a child meltdown. But so there would be one moment tonight that it would be funny to have had me captured watching, because when Miles, I'm going to cuss. Can we cuss?
I already did. So
mushroombar.com going to be upset about the F word. Well, I'm going to do a one time.
I already said it.
Mulligan, motherfucking Miles Bourne.
I knew you were going to do that.
I was so excited. I popped for Miles Bourne. You would think that like Miles Bourne was my child. I was like, Miles fucking Bourne. I was like screaming in my house. My mom's like, what is going on? Like trying to figure out from downstairs what is the situation. But yeah, Miles motherfucking Bourne. Oh, I did it twice. Sorry, mushroombar.com. But I love that guy. I always think about, okay, this is one of those weird hyperfixations that just gets stuck in my brain. There was a tweet from Dijak where he said that he had just watched Miles Bourne cut the most amazing pre-tape promo that he had ever seen. It was like the best pre-taped interview he'd ever seen, and that he hoped it made to air. And then I waited that week very patiently. There was a great No Quarter Catch Crew segment, but it literally had nothing. There was no speaking moment, I don't think, from Miles Bourne. And I always am like, where is that promo? Like, what was it? Because if you're having someone who is one of your peers, but also someone who is, quite a big fan, I would say, of professional wrestling, I would trust Dijak's opinion if he's saying something was iconic. I feel like it probably was pretty great. And I just am always like, where'd it go? So let Miles Bourne talk continues to be my battle cry. I do think that he's getting a lot more speaking parts. Like he had a full conversation with Charlie Dempsey tonight, which was very funny. So good. It's just everything about that battle royal was very fun. And I'm glad that was the tone that it took, because it was serious, but it was also a little surprise appearance-y, a little like give some LFG people a moment, give the Evolve people some moments. It was like a good combination of something for everyone, I would say. But honestly, I enjoy battle royals. Like I think they're fun. So not everyone loves it. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, so I appeared on a good buddy of mine. His name is Najee. He has a show called NXT with Najee, and I appeared on his show, and we previewed this. So I got to give him a shout out. He nailed it 100%. I thought, so my original prediction was I thought Trick Williams would win it, but I don't even think he was in it. Like, I don't remember him being in it. I knew so Trick he's going off facing Joe Hendry. I think he's going to face Joe Hendry at Battleground for the TNA title. So Trick Williams was my pick, and he was only my pick because we have yet to get Oba versus Trick one-on-one.
This is true.
So that was my pick originally. I was wrong. He picked Miles Bourne. I thought he was crazy. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, there's no way. There's no way Miles Bourne wins this battle royal to face Obafemi at Battleground. There's no way. So I got to give Najee a shout out. He was spot on and made his prediction, and he nailed it. Miles Bourne wins the Battle Royal. I'm very happy. This is one of those moments where, like, we complain all the time that new people don't get opportunities. And so I don't want to be one of those people that complains when someone new gets an opportunity. So I'm cool with that. It is very clear that he's not going to win, but like, it is super cool that someone new is getting a title shot and someone that's been there for a while. I think it's going to cause some issues within the group. Charlie Dempsey didn't look very thrilled that Miles Bourne won the Battle Royal. So it's going to be some problems in the group. So very happy for Miles Bourne. Very, very happy.
I really loved it. I love it from a variety of levels, but I appreciate that it feels like they're using these opportunities to be like storyline beats. Yep. So that other things can happen as like a catalyst event. So this Miles Bourne now kicks off into everything that's going to kind of transpire between New Quarter Catch Crew. There's meaning behind there being just like, it's not just random. I can see where some people might be like, that's really random, but yeah. I don't look at a lot of the discourse type stuff. So I think that I live in my own, like, I feel like I'm in the Super Mario cloud sometimes with the way that I feel about wrestling items, because sometimes I look and then I'm just like, oh my gosh, and I can't handle it. Right. So I don't know if people are annoyed about Miles Bourne, but I was very excited. And I think that it's important to use these kind of not throwaway title matches, but the kind of the programs that don't seem like they're going to end in a title change. Perhaps like maybe Miles Bourne will be the NXT champion. I don't think so, but I am glad that I don't think so person is a story that spins off into other directions and does other things versus what sometimes happens, I think, primarily on the main roster. I guess the main one that popped up was last year with AJ Styles and Cody, but where it's like, I guess everyone that Cody faced last year felt a little bit random. Oh my gosh. Jordan sent us $5, calling it a night. Jordan is our first super chat ever. I didn't even know if we could get them. I didn't know what happened when it happened. So this is very exciting. Thank you so much for £5, I think.
Appreciate you.
So good.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Jordan.
I don't know. I'm American. I'll figure out
when you watch this back, you are the best. We appreciate you.
Oh, such a legend.
He's the official bestie now.
Much. Jordan is the bestie of the night. Oh, man. I am so excited about seeing a super chat. You guys.
Let's go.
I want anybody watching this right now to process just one moment. I want to pat ourselves on the back. I think that we have a lot of still joy and wonder in doing this show. And I think we took a little break because you don't want to do something unless you feel like it's joyful and it has wonder, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I do think that the level of reaction that just occurred because we got excited with the super chat was very real. Like, that is very genuine. We've never gotten one before. And I think this is a nice moment for the besties. So Jordan, that means a lot to us. Thank you so much. Yeah, Miles motherfucking Bourne. I don't know if people hate that, but I love it, and I like that it's going.
I'm sure someone somewhere. What I like the most. So I'm gonna do my best of the best was actually in the Battle Royal. I loved Eliza.
Oh yes,
I loved it. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, I got really excited. I knew he wasn't gonna win, but it was super cool seeing Eliza come out. That was awesome. For me, that was the best of the best. It was just one of those moments where you just kind of like freak out a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Holy shit, he's back in WWE after all this time. Shout out Elijah for making my night. That was my favorite part of the Battle Royal. That was for me the best moment. The best performer in the Battle Royal was Inamura. Oh. That dude was going crazy. Inamura was going crazy in there. I knew he wasn't going to win, but like I thought that was a great showing for Inamura, who we haven't got to see a lot of. I feel like we're still just cracking the surface with him. We haven't got to see a lot of him by himself, right? He's always with Josh
Yeah.
Briggs since he's been in NXT, or if you watch him before when he was in Noah. But I didn't get to watch him in Noah before he came over. So great showing by him tonight inside the Battle Royal. Once we got started, I thought Javon Evans was going to win. Once it started, I was like, Javon Evans got to win this, right?
Yeah.
And then Miles freaking Bourne, the new number one contender for Obafemi.
I want a Miles Bourne t-shirt. I'm just like excited about Miles Bourne's existence.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the no quarter catch crew is a fave. I feel like Charles is the one that's like the wet blanket, but he's meant to be.
That is their name. I was going to say that, but I thought, what was Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne's tag team?
Oh my gosh, I always get this confused. Charles and Co. is no quarter catch crew.
Yeah.
Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne are New Catch Republic.
That's right.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Way too damn similar.
Way too similar.
Way too close.
Oh, I was going to try to load it up. I think we can show pictures now. But I sent DC something earlier that I just thought was really funny because I was writing a feature and I was like, is there a leader to Dark State? Like, what do people think? And I think I Googled, is there a Dark State leader? Like, I literally just, like, I am the person that these dummy AI search results are for because I ask full questions. I've been doing this for years. I'm still stuck in 2004 Ask Jeeves. I write a paragraph in Google. I'm like, hey girl, what do you think about, like I am stupid with the way that I Google, but the Google AI came back and it told me that Trick Williams was the leader of Dark State. Is that what most people believe? It was like, it's not confirmed. So the little Google AI. But then it also said Siobhan Evans, but spelled like the very kind of European, like Shibahan, right? When you look at it. And I was like, who's Siobhan Evans? And then I was like, Siobhan Evans, that's a great name. And then I said it out loud and thought, oh shit, okay. They mean Javon Evans, but they're just wiling this Google AI. How did they come? What are they scourging that then they can't figure out that his name is Javon, not Siobhan? And so it was just weird. I don't like this whole business. I'm not smart enough to know what AI is doing, but I do know that we have done enough episodes of this show at this point that if you want to go ahead and make an Amanda Savage AI voice, I probably just would say the dumb shit for you. If you want to just leave it in the comments over here, I'd probably just read it out loud because that's usually what I do. Like I just get tricked into reading everything in the chat. But nevertheless, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see more on if there is a leader to Dark State because we still don't necessarily know that. And I think that Trick running out.
I don't think there is.
Well, because I don't think there is either, but I think they're kind of leaning into the conspiracy theories about Trick because he's basically the reason why they won the opening match tonight. My best of the best. I think anyone could guess. I think it's a very clear best of the best is that Hank and Tank did the Joe Hendry turn with Joe Hendry. And it was so cute. And I loved it. And
I honestly thought you were going somewhere else with it.
Oh, what did you think I was going to say?
Not that.
Oh.
I was hoping you weren't going that route.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying.
I tried to forget it happened, but you just brought it up, so.
I also liked that oh my God, I don't want this to come across horribly. So I probably shouldn't say it. My goal in this show and my writing has always been I try not to do anything that I couldn't back up. So like if I ever have to see Nikita Lyons face to face, I am gonna be like, yeah, I don't really get your character. It sucks to me. You know what I mean? I feel okay about saying that. But a detail that I thought was incredibly cute, if you watch it back, is that I think Hank Walker did like a little jump. And it was like his flip around was the funniest Joe Hendry. It was just so cute. The whole thing was so cute. I loved it. That crap is for me. I know what flavor the 31 flavors of professional wrestling. They know what flavor I want. I know what flavors I'm gonna want. And that is definitely one of them because it was so cute. I loved that. Yeah. What did you think I was gonna say?
Not that.
Oh
For some reason I thought you were gonna say, but I forgot you didn't even see the finish, the main event. But I forgot.
no.
Yeah, you didn't even see the finish. So like, actually, the main event to me was a little disappointing. I was a little disappointed in the main event, to be honest.
Huh.
There was 2 times in that match like Jordan legitimately almost hurt Julia.
Oh.
Like, yeah, like legitimately. Like for the first time, she like slammed her on her head,
Mm.
like literally on her head, and it's
Oh.
like you see the referee immediately checking on her. Jordan, you can see Jordan checking on her as well.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Because she's
yeah,
like a
there was a
little bit
couple. It
too.
was just kind of sloppy. It was kind of it
Huh.
was a little sloppy. So I was a little disappointed in that. I was expecting a little bit more, and I was also a little disappointed. It's not even just that Julia is getting, because she lost clean, right? Like
Yeah.
Julia just beat Julie, or Jordan just beat Julia clean. Like there
Okay.
was no like interference. There was nothing, which
Mm.
is cool, but at the same time, I don't like how they're treating Roxanne and Julia. Like, even though they're on their way out and probably on their way to the main roster, like, why do they got to take all these L's on their way out?
Mm.
Like, how does that build them up at all? Like, I don't know. I don't like the way they're doing both of them on their way out. It's really, I get it, that they gotta
I get what you're
uplift who's next up, right? They gotta
Yeah.
do that for them. But tonight, I don't feel like Jordan was lifted up in any way. That match was sloppy. There was some spots where Julia legitimately almost got hurt. So yeah, I wasn't. That was actually my worst of the worst. The main event was just kind of eh.
Ah,
It was kind of eh. So for that to be worse than Hank and Tank and Joe Hendry means a lot.
it does mean a lot.
That crap is not for me at all.
Yeah, that is not
It's
your
not my
favorite
jam.
ice cream. It is
That's
not.
not my jam. So I do. So as people,
Mm-hmm.
because I've met Tank Ledger.
Oh,
I've met Tank when I went down to NXT, when I seen Florida, NXT live in Florida in person for the first time. It was 2 years ago now. 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
I didn't
2 or 3
even know
years
that
ago.
about you. That's so cool. Was it
Yeah,
cool?
I went to a house show,
Mm.
and at the house shows they are like way more engaging, and like they go around talking to everybody, and
Oh,
after the show
wow.
even, yeah,
That's
Tank,
cute.
like there was people just hanging out outside the show afterwards, and Tank was one of them. So as a person, I love Tank. I love Tank.
Yeah.
The characters are just not for me. Look, I like goofy stuff. Like I got a sense of humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it's for me. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't like there's obviously worse gimmicks and worse characters I've seen.
Yeah.
It's just, I just like to say it's not for me. It may be for you, whoever, if you're watching. It's just
Yep.
not for me.
Yeah. It's all about
I
balance.
hope Joe Hendry loses the title to Trick Williams at Battleground. That'd be great.
I
New
love Joe Hendry, but I kind of
New
want that
TNA
too.
World Champion Trick Willie.
I kind of like that. You know what I don't understand about this is the one thing where I was thinking tonight, like, what are we doing with this? You can't get crowds to not love Trick. We go bananas for Trick no matter what he does. He's out here beating ass on this other guy that we go bananas for. And everyone on Trick's entrance is still like going crazy. I don't think there's any point. Like, the worst you can get, in my opinion, the worst you're going to be able to make people feel about him is like one of the kind of like badass tweener vibe. Like, you can get that over, I would say, but you're not going to ever get us to hate Trick, I don't think. I don't know. I don't see it, and nor would you want to. So I don't really understand. I think there needed to be like an edge to Trick. I get what they're doing with it, but
That'd be a good poll question. What would Trick Williams have to do for us to hate him?
right. If I knew how
Well,
to do polls, we would make that a poll question. I'm going to learn this week.
that's
I'm
a
going to go
good
to
question, Amanda. That's
because
good stuff.
I can't think of anything. I don't
That's good
understand.
stuff. I don't. It'd have to be like something severe, like super severe, because like they already tried with Javon. Like they already attempted to make us hate him with the whole Javon thing.
I was dead ass about to say, if he burnt down Joe Hendry's house, would I feel bad about it? And then I was like, I mean, I'd feel bad, but I'd still like him. Like, I literally just went through the mental exercise that, yeah, he could burn down Joe Hendry's house, and I would still really like him. Like, what? So, yeah, what does Trick really have to do, I guess? I think if they had some kind of weird thing where, like, no, I don't know.
I don't know. Because, like,
I don't know.
it's weird because, like, there's nobody on NXT. This is the problem. There's nobody on NXT that is more likable than him.
Right.
And, like, not even just more likable, but, like, to the point where it would make us upset if he, like, hurt them or, like,
Right.
did something to them. Like,
because you'd think it would be Joe Hendry. I can't imagine. I don't think there's anyone that we think is more, like, collectively, that we all think is more
which is
lovable.
why I think they're pairing him with Joe Hendry.
Right. But I
think that is 100% why they are facing each other and feuding, because they are really trying to make Trick a heel. And so far, it is not working. Like, we love Trick, bro. We
just love
like
Trick.
that
So
Trick.
maybe Trick can just, I don't know.
I don't know either, because there's nobody like Ricky Saints is a baby face, but I don't know if people would hate Trick if he, like, made him lose or something, or, like,
see, I feel like that's an option. Yeah, that would be an option, but I also think that somehow we would be able to explain it away.
Yeah.
As like a fan base, we'll explain it
and
away.
Oba is already a tweener. Like, he's both.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. There's nobody on NXT that would be worth. That's why it's got to work with Joe Hendry. It has to. Otherwise, they're gonna have to go back to babyface Trick.
Yeah, I don't. So that's a hanging question for me, because, like, his entrance, it was just so cool, and then I thought, wait, we're not even supposed to feel like this. Like, aren't I supposed to be like, boo, Trick? Why are you killing Joe Hendry all the time? So yeah.
So we talked. Was it last week we talked about Dark State? Has your opinion changed on them at all yet, or is it still the same?
It's like, I don't even remember what my opinion was, to be fair.
I think I think it was more me. I think we were just wanting, like, a reason why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I tried to look into that even, because I was writing a feature and I was like, what is the point of this? And I found, because I think someone last week had said that, like, oh, they had a backstage thing. And so I actually earlier today watched that, and I still was like, no, like, no, that's not a good enough reason for me. But it wasn't really like, it was a little bit of a mission statement. Like, it was a little bit of like, basically, we're here to cause chaos, but that's not, what's your motivation, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry if you read my features on the toilet. I feel like I do a lot of, like, I speak about storylines as though it's a regular TV show, but I feel very strongly I would like each character to have a motivation. I don't think that's too much to ask. I just want to know, why do they do what they do? And I think most do. But, like, the Dark State amalgamation, to me, doesn't necessarily have that fleshed out yet. And I also don't believe that it isn't something that won't be able to be explained away by a future reveal, that they can just retcon and be like, yeah, this is what it was always supposed to be. Oh, I was just about to shade my man, Tony Khan.
Don't do it.
Tone Loc. I was about to call it Tone Loc for that retconning, because I do think that AEW they'll, like, and good on ya, because you've laid those seeds, like, you've put those storyline threads out there. But I also think that what happens a lot in AEW is that something kind of random or a little bit gets teased, and then the internet creates its own fan fiction narrative, right? And then the actual canon comes back around to meet the fan fiction to make everybody feel good about it. And I don't always know that was like, was that really planned out like 9 months in advance? Like, did you really plant that seed 3 years ago during a conversation on being the elite? Like, I don't think so, but maybe, I don't know. I'm not trying to, like, shade anyone's life work, but I think that Dark State could end up having their, it wasn't supposed to be related to Trick, it wasn't supposed to have a leader, yada yada, right? But that now that that's what a lot of people online have said and think, there is a possibility that like that kind of WWE canon comes back around to meet that, and then like, oh yeah, you were the ones who paid attention closely the whole time, everybody. But like maybe that wasn't the intention, because I don't know if that's the only way that you get everyone to hate Trick, I guess. Like if that's the trigger that's been yet to be pulled, that he actually is related to all of this and like the whole time has been messing up all these matches and doing all of this. But then I still think, won't we just be like, yeah, Trick's friends? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know. That's hard. You're in a hard spot.
It's tough. That's a good question. We're gonna have to think on what Trick can do, what Trick Williams can do for us to hate him, because that's clearly what they're trying to do. Yeah. So that was he was my pick to win the Battle Royal. So instead he's gonna be facing Joe Hendry.
Yes, he is. Another weird moment that was something I loved was that after Inamura was telling Josh Briggs, like, I'm going back to Japan, like, blah, blah, blah. It was kind of sad. And the crowd screaming, no, was pretty sweet. But then Brooks Jensen walks up and just clowns on him so hard. It's like, yeah, like, if the problem wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you suck, pretty much. Like, just telling him that if it's not, wasn't me and it wasn't him, maybe it's you. And it just, I would like to see them go back around to that, because I think that the place that they're at is so different now. Like Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen could have a completely different feud today than they did the last time, because everything has changed. And I think they're almost both viewed as much more serious competitors at this point. And so it's not like you broke up my girlfriend drama, like being upset with each other in that way. They had a motivation before, but now it's like on a new level of ass beating. So I think that would be fun if they're planting the seeds for that to come back around. I still don't know if I know what the hell the point of Sean Spears is, but I'm sure glad he's there. I like the culling as a total, but I don't feel like I like Izzy Dame and Brooks Jensen, and I think I just go along with it.
I think right now the most exciting, I wouldn't say exciting, but most intriguing thing about the culling is Izzy Dame.
Yeah.
Especially after tonight with that promo. Yes. Definitely with both her and Lash saying that they got their eyes on the main event. That was super cool. Izzy Dame looks like she's getting ready to get pushed. So I would say right now, she's the most exciting thing about the culling.
Yeah.
Sean Spears, I feel like his title run was too short.
It was pretty short.
I thought he deserved, especially like the way he won. With Stacks turning on Tony and getting all that started, like that was cool. Like it got me interested in, like, Sean Spears and the group were starting to cut vignettes, and it was starting to make sense. And then Ricky Saints just takes the title from him right away.
Yeah.
So
there was no Ricky tonight, unless I missed it.
Nope, no Ricky.
Which I didn't like, but that's because I love Ricky.
My worst of the worst, though, was Jada Parker and Carmen Petrovich. That match was like 3 minutes.
It was short. I went away to get a drink, and it was almost over when I came back, and I was like, "Oh, oops."
Like, look, what was the point of that match?
Oh,
like,
I don't know.
There was no point. She destroyed Carmen and Thea Hale.
What's going on with Carmen? I don't want Carmen to. Carmen's not getting written off, right?
I don't know. She got destroyed though.
Yeah, it was a fast one.
I think it was 4 minutes. I think the match runtime was 4 minutes. So I wasn't far off. I looked it up. It says 4 minutes.
It's like long enough to not be super offensive, but still not long enough to have actually made any kind of discernible impact. So yeah, I get that. That's hard. Oi.
That was my worst of the worst. My best of the best. I'm sticking with it. I loved Eliza, and a close second. A close second. I'm kind of liking the revamped Chase U.
Yes, me too.
I'm kind of liking it. Is it just
No,
me? Is it just me?
I hope not, because I like it too.
So
If
at
anyone's
first,
in the chat, let us know. Let us
yeah, it's
know.
like I thought, when they first got rid of Chase U, I was like, yeah, it's about time. It kind of ran its course, I felt. But and then when they first brought him back, I'm like, why?
Right.
What are we doing? Why are we bringing
Right.
them back? But now it kind of feels cool. Like it's like a fresh start. Like I'm excited to see what new things that Shawn Michaels is cooking up with them. They already got new merch, got new
Yeah.
logo, new brand look tonight. He's got a new crew now, new students.
Yeah.
Thea Hale's no longer in it, so I'm kind of intrigued to see where that's gonna go.
Yeah. I think it would be really fun to see how a stable could stay like this. Not everything has to be about graduating to the main roster. And I
Right.
think the concept of Chase U is a very fun way to kind of have this consistent faction that stays for years and years without getting stale and everyone being like, get out of here.
And
Hey,
if Andre Chase ever goes to the main roster, he could just pass it to someone else.
right, exactly. Do you think that? So I have a question. Let us know if you're watching. I feel like, okay, of our viewers, pretty much all of them came from Cass's Twitter only, and yours.
We're not on Body Slam's Twitter
I don't
again.
think we're on Body Slam again
I've
because
seen that already.
so we need to figure out. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
bump us back a little bit because now nobody goes after us, but it does seem like someone goes before us, and so I think we're the second show on at the same time. I don't even think if you click on Body Slam it goes to us. I think it goes to them, right? Are they still live? Anyway, who cares? We're here. You can catch us on recap. You're watching this back later. Chase U is fun. What were we? I just distracted myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, the only other thing that happened tonight was I don't know how I feel about Tony D'Angelo Wesley feud. I think we're getting ready to get that.
Yes. Okay, that was what I was thinking. Who was Wesley on the phone with? Was he on the phone with Stax? And are we to imagine that Stax has enough money to pay off Wesley, which I think is a little precarious? But Wesley was like, yeah, he fell right into the trap. He fell for it or whatever. And then when he got off the phone, he was like, everybody's got a price. And I took that as like, he was getting the bag. Like, he doesn't care. He's going to throw this Tony D under the bus for that purpose. So I don't know if that means that we're supposed to believe that Stax is going to pay Wesley to write Tony D off, I guess.
That's what it felt like.
What happens? Is my beloved Adriana Rizzo going to survive this? Because I feel like she's actually good. She jumps off of stuff.
Yeah, it definitely felt very write-offish with her. Just
I
like,
love the D'Angelo.
he just tells her to get out of town.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope not, though.
It's been a sad week. It's been a hard week.
Yeah, we don't need any more.
We don't need any more.
So, yeah, we're basically just getting inching closer to Battleground, which is in Tampa.
It is.
It'll be in Tampa. So we now have a couple matches already booked. Stephanie Vaquer versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. That should be good as long as Jordan doesn't break her neck like she almost broke Julia's tonight.
I'll have to watch it because I didn't.
It's rough.
I don't talk stuff like that. I'm bad at understanding.
Yeah, it's you'll see it.
I think everything's real.
I'm sure it won't take long. Yeah, Jordan Grace, Stephanie Vaquer is one match. Obviously, Miles Bourne. Look, Miles Bourne, the new number one contender for Obafemi.
So excited about that.
Randy Orton's son, nephew.
Dude, the way they started. Okay, that should have been my best of the best. The way they chanted "Thank you, Randy." Wow, Miles Bourne was wrestling was so good and so funny. And let me tell you a personal attachment to Miles Bourne. Okay.
Mhm.
The fact that Miles Bourne looked exactly like Randy Orton or like the son of Randy Orton was on a news writing list when I way back when he first debuted, right? And I
Mhm.
put off doing that story because I was like, that's weird. Am I gonna sound stupid? Like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to like I kind of thought like, am I supposed to be doing this? Okay. My legit boss was like, oh, I'll do it. People like loves, like people love to read stories about like, lookalikes and stuff like that. Like people will read it. But I always think about that I thought no one really cared. Like I was like, no one's gonna care. That's some dude who signed into like whatever. This like it was like gray t-shirt Miles Bourne. Like hadn't been on TV like back in the day. That's like a recruit Miles Bourne. And now everyone cares about Miles Bourne, and everyone cares about the fact that Miles Bourne looks like Randy Orton, and it's definitely a thing. And it was like a thing that my sweet boss like could see and could tell and like saw in the future. And I was like, I don't get it. And now I get it. I get it. So people chanted thank you, Randy at Miles Bourne. And it was very adorable. And I think they should ride that for all it's worth. If I don't see a Randy Orton Miles Bourne match, when I write these lists about who is going to be Randy Orton's mystery opponent, the way that
Yeah.
I would just throw Miles Bourne in for no reason was very funny. Go back and look, people. I'm just throwing Miles Bourne in those lists because I was like, yeah, he looks like him. And, and it was delightful. Who else is on tap for Battleground?
So far, that's it. I mean, we're assuming that Trick Williams versus the contract signing for next week.
Oh, right.
Assuming it'll be Joe Hendry and Trick Williams for the TNA World Title at Battleground as well. So, Battleground in Tampa is shaping up pretty well. It's going to be a good one, and I think our Body Slam teammate Corey Hayes is going to be there. So,
Fun.
that should be a banger down there for Corey. And yeah, it's going to be a good show. Like I said, I was really hoping for a Julia Stephanie rematch. Because definitely, it definitely feels like Julia and Roxanne are on their way to Monday Night Raw. So, like, I was hoping one more time. I mean, we'll get it on the main roster eventually, but I wanted one more time, and I wanted Trick Oba in a singles match.
Yeah.
We haven't got that yet. So, but I'm like I said earlier, I'm perfectly fine with new opportunities, new people getting chances. Miles Bourne getting a big opportunity here. And it's going to be, causing some problems in No Quarter Catch Crew. So
Indeed.
I'm with it. NXT there's a reason we do this show, folks. It's the most fun show. It's the least predictable show too,
it really
which is why it's one of my favorites, is because like you can think you know what you're talking about. You can think you know what's going to happen, but it might not happen. It might be completely opposite of what you think is going to happen. So NXT every week. That's why we do this show, and that's why we love it.
We love it. Hey, do you have anything fun that you're doing in the next week or so?
Yeah, I am. I wasn't even gonna say it.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
I'm going to Backlash this Saturday in St. Louis. Got that nice little media badge. I'm gonna be hanging up, watching John Cena and Randy Orton representing the Body Slam team, and it's gonna be a good time. I get to see family there. That was originally why I was going, because like my entire side of my family on my dad's side lives there. So I was originally just going to visit family, and I was like, hey, I can hit up the WWE store, while they're there, because I wasn't buying tickets. They were crazy. So yeah, I get to watch. I did end up getting a ticket. My son is going too.
Oh, fun.
So my son is going to get to watch it with his grandpa, my dad.
Fun.
So they're going to be sitting together. I get to cover it as media. It's going to be a good time. So I'll be at Backlash. So if you follow me for all the fun stuff, all the content, all that good stuff.
So exciting. Okay. Besties, we'll get out of here. We'll get out of here. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday night. You know what it is. It's the end of the show. We got to leave you with a good word. You know what I mean? It's Taco Tuesday. It's NXT Tuesday.
Hey.
Besties, it's been like a little bit of a tumultuous news week in WWE. It's very sad. But I think what we can all learn from these things is that if you like anyone on the roster, go ahead and buy that t-shirt, girl. Treat yourself. Make sure that you know your favorite has somewhere on a metric page back in that TKO office that your favorite sold a shirt. Even if it's only one shirt to you, that's still better than no shirts, okay? So whatever you can do. Sometimes that stuff, I think, as fans, especially that are very cued into like the online side of things, get really bogged down in like what this internet culture is saying, but then we forget, like, just buy the Hank and tank top, you know what I mean? Just show your support. It doesn't have to always be financial. If you don't want to give your money to TKO, you don't want to give your money to WWE, that's cool. There's a lot of indie promotions that you can support. There's a lot of different ways to divert your money in this professional wrestling space. But if you have a favorite, make sure you show them some love. If that's like following them on their whatever page, I don't know. A lot of them have Twitches. I mean, there's different ways to support people. And I think the best reaction that we can have to feeling sad about losing our favorites is to think about how we can support the folks who are gone, but also make sure we show some love for the people that we do care about, because it's never good to wait until a talent is passed away or been released or something else horrible to express your appreciation. Like, I do feel like a lot of the folks that got released, we've always seen appreciation for, but you know, certainly, man, like some of those were so hard. I mean, I think all of those are hard, but I think particularly that we cover NXT, that it's like, it's so much closer to a real human being's dreams, if that makes sense. Like, for your own mind as a fan, you can see that that's something that they've been working for a really long time. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what all of them do next. We will be buying those Elena Black t-shirts. We will be buying those Priscilla. Oh my God. I'm a little excited about Priscilla Kelly being back, to be honest, because I think that people don't know what Gigi Dolan can do. I think she got a little bit wrapped up into being like sexy girl or like alternative sexy girl in WWE. And if you do your little Googling around, go watch some Priscilla Kelly matches, because it's actually pretty fucking crazy. So we're so sorry to everyone that has lost their job, and we're thinking about you, and let us know ways to support. So hit us up on that Twitter machine. You can let us know if there's links that you want us to share. Like, that's not a joke. I think that we should take care of our people. And if there's any way to throw some money at Big Body Javi, I want to know what it is, because I love that guy. And I know there's a bunch of other people that released too. So, it's a bad scene, but there's things that we can do. And you know what?
And real quick, if you're broke like me, you can support them by using Zip. Split up those payments, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Paying for. I love that Affirm.
Split them payments.
Love it. Klarna, whoever wants to give me that pay. Klarna,
look, I got all of them. I got Klarna, Affirm, Zip, got all of them. Telling you.
I saw that Louis Vuitton took Klarna or Affirm. I don't remember which one it was, when I was looking at something, and I was like, that's a grimy thing to do. That is so grimy, because you're going to convince me that's something so much less than it is. Like, all of a sudden, $400 earrings they're $100 earrings. No, they're not. No, they're not. Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, definitely look out. Take care of yourselves and each other. It's like Jerry Springer. That's how we're going to end. NXT, we love you. We'll be back next week. Leave some love in the chat, or I guess not the chat anymore, like the comments. Leave a comment. If you're watching this, leave a comment or like it, because I think we're just not I'll figure out what I'm doing wrong. And also go to mushroombar.com.
Eat mushroom. Hold on, let me see.
Oh,
I had it open.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, eatshroombar.com.
Oh, eatshroombar.com.
Eatshroombar.com.
Yeah, and it's
use code Body Slam.
Code Body Slam
for 25% off your first order.
Oh, 25% off. Oh, I love a deal. Okay, well, I gotta go. I'm gonna buy some mushroom bars. We'll see what's popping with that. We'll do that next week. Take good care, everybody. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you soon. Bye, besties.
Peace and love, y'all.